What's good, guys? So I'm going to show you how to download, get your content manager working and get Buttr onto your DAW. Once you've made your username and your password and you've downloaded the content manager, what we sent you via your email, you'll find in your downloads the content manager here. So I'm going to double click that. I'm going to go through, install that. That's installed. I'm going to keep this just in case. I'm going to go to my applications. I'm going to go to the Buttr Content Manager. I'm going to open this up. It's going to take me to this username and password. I'm going to use the same username and password which I used to sign up to the website to download Buttr. Cool. I'm going to save my password just for future. Log in. And now that's going to connect me to the ButtrFX web service. It's going to ask me some things. So it's going to say download release content. It's missing some of the presets, MIDI information, just things like that. I'm going to say okay. So that's downloaded that now. The plugin's currently inactive. So what I'm going to do is click active, and then you'll see those change to ticks, blue ticks that is. So the next step is, depending on which DAW you use, will tell you whether you need VST3s, AU or AAX. As I use Logic Pro, I'm going to use the AU. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit download and install. It's going to ask me if I want to download and install that. I'm going to say okay. Now you can see here next to the tick, there's a download bar going up. It's pretty quick because I have quick internet. Depending on how your internet is going to be how quick or slow it is. Then this install has popped up. I'm going to click continue, install. Put my password in. Boom, Buttr is now installed. So it's going to ask me if I want to delete the installer package, and I'm going to say okay. So now you see this, we've got this green tick next to Buttr. So that means it's installed. So you have all these guitars here, but they still have the blue tick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to download these packs. I tend to do 3 at once, just so I don't clog up the system. Sometimes you can run into issues when downloading too many things at once. It's pretty quick. So boom, those 3 are pretty much finished. It says download and zip successful. See, they all turned green. So I'm going to do the same with Kofos. So you see here, whilst they're downloading, I'll just say, so we've got 2 artists here. You got Kevin and you got myself, Ashton. That basically is all about guitar samples and which guitar samples. So you got the electric pack, the steel string pack, the nylon string, and the same for Kofo. You can see that these are all successful now. Boom, you have all green ticks. So that means Buttr is now installed with all of the packs. So now I'm just going to exit out of this and I'm going to go to my Logic Pro, open it up. Sometimes depending on which DAW, it will have to boot the new plugin and just authenticate it within the DAW. Cool, I'm going to choose an empty project. And you see here within my MIDI instruments, if I click on this, Buttr actually hangs out in the AU MIDI controlled effects because it can be used as an effects rig or a MIDI instrument. So if it was just a MIDI instrument, it would go in the AU instruments. And if it was just an effects rig, you could only use it on audio. Boom, you see it there, ButtrFX. Buttr, I'm gonna click stereo, create. Since it's the first time it's opening, it might take a second, but it shouldn't take too long. And boom, now you have Buttr installed on your computer, ready to use. Let's just take a quick spin on it. I have my MIDI keyboard set up down here. So you have these chords here. You can choose by double clicking on the different artists who you want to use, whether it's myself or Kofo. Go down to your bottom right and you've got which style of guitar you want. So let's go back to me. You might want nylon. You can choose your play style here, whether you want strum or pluck. You can choose which variation, which is inversion essentially. You see this lock here. I can right click that and I can click on minor. And now it's a minor key. So it starts minor as the 1 there, as opposed to major as the 1. You see that lock is currently locked. You can unlock and lock it. So lock means you can move everything at once. You move all the keys together, so B minor. If I want this chord to be different, I'm gonna unlock this here. See how it says E? Maybe I want it to be F major. So now you can change any chord into any key. So you can really like curate your own crazy chord progressions. So I'm gonna lock that back up. Here you have all the effects, and right here you have all the effects presets. So I'm just gonna go into some of Kofo's presets. It's like using the phase and some spring reverb, a little bit of tape saturation, a little bit of pump, which is like almost like a side chain. And you could put a filter on it. You have plenty of effects presets to mess around with here. If we double click the center of this pan, it has a bunch of preset chord progressions that Kofo and myself have made. If we click on some of Kofo's ones, and you see just next to his name, you've got these guitars. It means you can choose which guitar you want to hear the chords on. So maybe I want to hear them on electric. Maybe I want to hear it on nylon. You know? Maybe I want to hear some of my presets. Maybe I want sunny nylon. So I clicked on my preset, but I still have Kofo's guitar selected. So I'm going to select mine. Obviously, we still have this effects on. So let's change it. It's quite cool, the Western one. So maybe I like go. Great. Other thing to show you would be, if you don't like any of these chords at all, and you want them to be on a MIDI instrument, drag them straight out. Maybe you want them to move faster, so we can just do this. Just quickly. That one could be long. Make it even. And so currently it's like a grand piano. I might make it, let's make it like a pad, some sort of an R&B pad. So now we have. So now you can kind of really get into what you want to be on the top of the note. So maybe you want can really get inside the chord and start to mess around with things. Anyway, that is Buttr. Thank you so much for purchasing it, and I hope you guys enjoy. Peace.